Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Trading Made Easy right here on YouTube. Certainly glad you found yourself here. Listen, how long has it been? Oh my gosh, I am so super excited to finally be back, to posting up some good tutorials and training videos on how to trade the simple, easy way. Now, let me just let you know, we have been doing just that. I've been helping quite a few people to basically level up with their income. And we're using various options to do that. Trading is certainly our foundation, right? And trading the simple, easy way, of course, is the foundation. So I have been busy helping and growing and coaching and teaching and all of that great stuff. But I have not forgot about my YouTube family. So I am back and I'll be posting up some more videos, just giving you some insight as to what I'm doing and how you can certainly benefit as well. And absolutely how you can trade the simple, easy way. So with that being said, let's go ahead on and shrink me out a little bit. Let me shrink out a little bit so you won't see all of my big old head here. All righty. So simple, easy. Let me just be really, really honest with you. So I have been with the Super Easy family and leveraging the triple arrow system and of course the simplicity trading system for over a year now. And it has been massively successful for me. It really, really has. It was that one missing thing that really just kind of took my trading to a whole nother level. I just began to see things even clearer than what it was prior to. And of course, I was helping others prior to Super Easy Forex. I was helping others to see the market in a clear way. And then, of course, utilizing the triple arrow system and simplicity just made things so much more crystal clear. With that being said, I have coaching sessions that I do as well because I understand that people, even with a trading system, even with an effective trading system, some people still find it difficult. And that's actually the reason why I added the coaching sessions to that so that I can really start talking and training people on the foundation of trading Forex. Before we even get into indicators, there is a foundational understanding that one must acquire, one must know. And then when you add indicators on top of that, the indicators don't confuse you because you never lose sight of the foundation. And so what I'm finding even today, that there are a lot of people who they're still struggling with the system. They have the trading system. It's very simplistic, but they're still struggling. And it's not because the trading system is flawed, because it's not. It's a phenomenal trading system. It's one that I think every trader should have, right? If you're going to be trading, I think you should have it because it's very, very effective. But here's the truth of the matter. You have to have some foundational understanding of market structure, price action. You have to get that down. You have to. And that's where people are struggling. So you have a range of people that are struggling with market structure, which I talk about a lot. Always start with that. Always, always. You have people not really understanding how to identify the trend and how to identify what price is actually doing when you come to the chart, and how to determine what price needs to be doing before you enter the trade. Those are really the three elements, that questions that you have to be able to answer. And what I'm telling you is that when you're able to answer those questions, trading becomes very, very easy. Very, very easy. So I want to talk to you briefly today about what we're looking at right now, of course, the simplicity trading system. And I'm going to show you a very simple way of maximizing the system, Not going to get so much into the foundational stuff. It's going to be kind of hit and miss because I just don't want the video to be that super long. And of course, you can certainly book a session right now. Let me talk to you about the sessions. The sessions that I am focusing on is my mastery sessions. Okay, there's a mastery coaching session that I do, and the reason I'm focusing on that is because at the mastery coaching session, we talk about foundation, right? Like the last maybe 90 minutes of the whole mastery course, we'll get into the simplicity trading system. Prior to that, it's strictly foundational information, right? You need that. I can show you simple, easy ways to use the simplicity system. And I guarantee you, if you don't have an understanding of the foundation, you're still going to struggle. You're still going to make mistakes that you really should not make had you had that information. So that's what I'm focusing on. And you certainly can secure a session, utilize the link that's in the description of the video, my calendar, and book you a session. It's well worth it. It's well worth it. So for today, right now, what I want to do is help you to see, just to kind of corner the market in a sense, utilizing the system. So what we're looking at right here is let me move down here. Let's move down here. Okay. So what you're looking at right here, what are we on? We're on UJ, right? We're on UJ. And just the system alone, and of course I use the big arrow with the simplicity trading system, and all of my coachees get the triple arrow as a bonus when they are in one of my courses, right? And so what you're looking at, whenever you have price and the big arrow inside one of the zones, either one, right? Whenever you have it inside of the zone, you have to understand that price moves in levels, right? Price moves in levels. And so once you get that big arrow and you see obviously that price wants to start to trend down, what most people are doing is they see the big arrow, it breaks the zone, and then they take the trade for the sale. They're not looking at structure, previous structure. And so you must look at previous structure. And you must also understand that that first run is not the move. That first run is not the move. So in other words, this is really game changer right here. This first run right here, before it pulled back, that's not your move. That's not your move. Your move is after it pulls back, right? After it pulls back, and you want to look left. Structure is a part of this. Look for structure, okay? So right around in here, right? Right around in here. When it pulls back in the zone, that's when it's preparing for the actual move. Now remember, when you have your bearish big arrow or you have price that's in the supply zone, that is the beginning of an M formation, an M pattern. Now, we always trade the second leg of the pattern. So here's the first leg of the M. And then, of course, this is the second, not the second, but the middle part, right, of the M. Now it has to pull back up. Now, what's next? The second leg, right? The second leg. Doesn't that look like an M? That's exactly what price does. Now, it's not going to be a clearly identified M. Like, you're going to have some pullbacks in there. That's perfectly fine. That's when structure comes into play, so that you'll be able to identify the zone or the area in which price will move back to. And you simply, and this is what I teach, this is what I do, you simply put in a pending order. See, my whole thing is not being hostage to the chart. I paid my dues. I paid my dues being hostage to the charts. And now what I am teaching you and teaching others is how you can not be hostage to the charts, so that you don't go through what I went through before I got here. Okay. So these are things that you can identify to help you to determine what zone, what area is price going to come back into. The first thing that we know is that first move out of the zone, we want price to move back in it, right? Let's look for structure, meaning support and resistance. Nothing deep. Let's look for support and resistance. So support and resistance, basically we're looking for 2 points where price hit that price line. So right here, we have a point right there, wick up here, a little bit above, that's okay. Let's shrink it down and move back. Even if it's not in the area that you're in, just go back and see where did price respect that line, right? Let's see if with the price respect the line. Okay, look at that right here. They respect it right here. And then of course, this was definitely in the supply zone. So it definitely respected that line. What does that mean? That means price will likely revisit it. Now, does it always happen? No, nothing is 100%, but it certainly will happen more often than not, right? It will certainly happen more often than not. And so what you can do is put in an alert at that price point, and when price hits your alert, come back, see what's going on, reassess the situation. But what you will know is that price is back in the zone, and what it's actually doing is setting up for the second leg. The second leg of the M, as well as the second leg of the W, is your momentum leg. Remember when I said price moves in levels? Okay, so price moved up here, came down, right? Then we move back up. Now, this is an area that price can certainly come back to. It can even go beyond that area, right? Then it moved down, okay? So it can actually, if I take that off, let me just kind of do it over. So price can come back up here, just to give you a kind of another scenario that price can do, right? Price can come right back up here. Now, if price comes right back up here, that will create a double bottom. That will create a double bottom. And a double bottom is an M pattern. Now you would have the two wicks here. This is going to be a double bottom area as well, as far as the wicks are concerned. And then of course here. So you have the two areas where a double bottom pattern will be formed, which is the second, the beginning of the second leg of the M. Okay. And so at that point, let's say it did rally back up there, then you want to look at getting in the position. And of course, that's when you follow your entry confirmations, because you are identifying, you are analyzing at this point. Once price has met your analytical criteria, then you're going to use your entry confirmations to enter into the trade. Okay. And so that's how you do that, simple and easy. That first run, that is not the move, my friend. That's not the move. We have to become okay with waiting for price. Getting in the market too soon is the primary reason why traders have a difficult time getting in too soon. Another, as far as our community goes, the Super Easy Forex community, we rely too heavily on the indicator. Yes, it's a great system, but you have to have the foundation so that you can maximize the system, right? And so we're relying too heavily on the system to tell us what to do. And you're going to get in trouble. I can tell you that right now. You're going to get in trouble. So that is a little tidbit that I hope that you take that under, advisement, if you will. So let me just repeat real quick. The first move out of the zone, whether it's the supply zone or the demand zone, that's typically not the move. You want to wait for a pullback. In other words, you want to wait for a pullback. And when you wait for the pullback, then you want to, look at getting in based on your entry confirmations. Now, what I do is that first move came out, I'm waiting for it to come back. I'm waiting for it to come back in. Okay. I'm waiting for it to come back in because I'm looking at previous structure right around in this area. I want price to at least come back here. Okay. If I took the position from this point here and it went beyond up to this point, hey, measure your risk. Measure your risk. That's only 10 pips drawdown. Okay. Not a problem. Not a problem. Considering you are exercising proper risk management, you're not over leveraging your account, all of that great stuff, you can handle this pullback. Okay. And then you can take it down to the next structure. Now, here's the thing. Where's the next structure that I would take? Actually, right here. Right now, right here, if I was to take the position, some may have looked at this pullback right here and got in on the second candle. But here, look at you, about 10 pips. Or if you would have waited up here, got yourself a better entry, then took it down to that key level. Now you got 30 pips. That's the difference. And that is the benefit of waiting. Wait for price. Price is very predictable. It's predictable. It's predictably unpredictable, right? And I say that because if you base your predictions on structure, you are more likely, far more likely, price will hit those areas because it respects structure. So there has to be a structural analysis involved in the decisions that you're making. And you just wait for it. You just wait for it, right? So hopefully that has helped share some light and really help people that's utilizing the simplicity trading system, yet you're still missing the mark. You're still not profiting consistently. You definitely want to get into that mastery course first and foremost and start practicing, right? Start practicing. Certainly utilize what I just provided. The second leg is not the move. Wait for it to pull back in the zone. Wait for it to pull back in the zone so that you can what? Get a better entry. Get a better entry and then take it down to the next structural area, right? As simple as that. That is how you get a consistent 20 to 30 pips. A consistent 20 to 30 pips. Now, let me just show you some more proof. Okay, so right here. Now, why I like my big arrow is because as I go back in time, wherever my big arrow is, that's where my zone was too. See, the zones, the supply and demand zones, they don't move. You can't back test the actual zones. But the big arrow basically allows you to do that. That's my Alexa. She picks up on certain words. Okay, so we have our. Okay, Alexa, stop it. Okay, so we have our big arrow right here. My zone was right in this area, right, of the big arrow. Okay, so the first move, right, after the big arrow, it went up here. Then what did it do? It came back down here. And then what did it do? Right? We rallied, right? Oh, sorry. That's an M. Please forgive me. A W is a bearish. The W is a bullish pattern. I knew that wasn't looking right. Forgive me. So the first leg of the W, right, is right here. That's the first leg of the W. Okay. This really helps make it see, you can see it clear. This is the second, right? That's that move. Okay. And now we want, well, let's go with the pullback down here. Okay. Now, what are we waiting on? Do you see it? Do you see the pattern? You have your first leg of the W, the insert, it pulled back, Now we're ready for what? We're ready for the second leg, which is your momentum leg. And then you could take it right on up, okay? You could have took it right there. Based on what's going on over here, we look left, we trade right. So not knowing all of this and not seeing all of this at the time, you would have looked left for structure, right? Right here, for structure. That's what we look at because price respects it. Price respects it, okay? So it pulled back. So you could have taken your position at this pullback and you could have taken it right to the first resistance area, which is about 18 pips. You could have taken it to the second resistance area, which is about 30 pips. It's really, really that simple. Wait for the second leg. So in other words, when you are trading, right? If you don't have the big arrow, you still can do that, but there's some other benefits of having it that really helps in the position. And but if you're basing it strictly on the supply and demand zone, you definitely need to know what the trend is. And the big arrow provides that information for you. It provides that information for you, okay? Because the trend is going to give you the highest probable winning position. So I always trade with the trend. So we're back here, big arrow, supply zone. This is where the supply box would have been. Where's the first leg of the M for a bearish move? Right there. Where's the second insert, that pull back, right? That's the middle piece of the M, right? And then we got to pull back up, right? We're going to pull back up, right? Right there. We had a little consolidation, but that's okay. That happens. We still know what the pattern is, okay? We still know what the pattern is, and we don't lose sight of that, okay? So we got a little consolidation going on here, but what did price do? So this is not the second leg because it's consolidating. It's consolidating. Now look, we got a touch right here, touch right there, push, touch right here, push. That's an indication to you that price is, first of all, is resisting the breakthrough of this area, right? We have some double tops going on, which again is a bearish pattern. And then what did price do? It dropped. It's that simple, right? And so these are some of the things that you'll learn in the mastery course as well. So you'll be able to identify it, and you won't get rattled or confused if consolidation is happening right around your second leg after the pullback up. So a lot of people may get confused and they feel like, okay, did I miss the move? Because it's consolidating. So I'll help you to identify that and help you to know what you're looking for, basically. Okay. So that's what we're doing here. That's what we're doing here. I'm looking forward to helping as many people as possible this year on a six-figure run in 2021. So my mission and my goal is to help 100 families cross over the six-figure mark this year. We are utilizing, of course, our cryptocurrency. We're utilizing our foreign currency. We're utilizing passive income, artificial intelligence, I should say. Basically, artificial intelligence used by passive income platforms, right? So if you are interested, and who wouldn't want to? This is why we in the business, right? We're trying to win. But if you want to learn more about what I'm doing to help people to get across this six-figure mark, then you definitely want to utilize the links inside of the description of the video. That's what you want to do. Also, you want to touch that video. It should pop up on my right side. But go ahead on and click that. That's going to take you over to my Easy Crypto Money YouTube channel. And there is where I talk about the artificial intelligence and the passive income platforms that we're using to make a whole lot of money, folks. So it's not just trading, right? We definitely want to continue to trade. We want to continue to learn this skill set. It's a valuable skill set to have. We want that. But we also understand that it takes time before you actually get to a point where you're really growing your account into the 5 figures, into the 6 figures, into the 4 figures. We have many people are not even making $100 a day trading, right? Because I understand it's a skill set that you have to develop. But while you're learning, you still can be earning. And that's what you're going to find over at my Easy Crypto Money YouTube channel. So you'll see that link that's going to pop up. Check it out. It's new. I'm just starting it, just starting to put the videos in there. But go ahead on and get in the know. So without further ado, my friends, I will look forward to seeing you on the next video. Have a great one. Bye-bye.